Hello everyone, thank you for tuning into Vidiot Entertainment Studios for this episode of Vidiot Movie Reviews. I'm the nerd Lust Daddy, and today we continue our series reviewing every North American live-action video game film adaptation theatrical release. And for our final review in this series, for the time being until more films are released of course, we gotta go fast once again, as we run headlong into reviewing the 2022 sequel, Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Oh, I've been looking forward to this one. The first one was pretty good.
Me too, Pidds. I liked the first one, so I hope this one is at least as good. Let's jump in and see if this one keeps up the pace. Now, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was released in North American theaters on April 8th, 2022. As mentioned in our Sonic review, by this time well over 90 games in the series had been released in combinations of mainline, spin-off, and compilations. There are well over 30 games in the mainline releases, and this film is not an adaptation of any one of them. But considering the characters and events that are involved, I think it's fair to use two specific games in the series for a loose comparison. Those games are Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and Sonic the Hedgehog 3. The plot of the game Sonic 2 involves Sonic flying around in his plane, the Tornado, and discovering West Side Island, which he lands on and proceeds to enjoy time relaxing there. Legends tell of West Side Island and an ancient civilization that used mysterious stones to improve their civilization and power. While exploring the island, Sonic meets a fox named Miles Prower that goes by the nickname Tails due to his dual tail mutation. Tails explains that he saw Sonic arrive on the island and had been following him around and observing him. Seeing Sonic's exploits, Tails now wishes to emulate him. Realizing that Tails is no threat, Sonic allows him to tag along as he explores the island. They learn that Dr. Robotnik had followed Sonic to the island and is now searching to find the stones told of in legend known as the 7 Chaos Emeralds. Together, Sonic and Tails head off to stop Robotnik and his nefarious plan. The plot of the game Sonic 3 picks up after the events of the previous game, as Robotnik's space station, the Death Egg, crash lands on Angel Island. Here, Dr. Robotnik meets Knuckles the Echidna, who is the last surviving member of a civilization that inhabited the island. Knuckles is the guardian of the Master Emerald, a jewel that gives its island its power to float in the air, as well as having the power equivalent of all 7 Chaos Emeralds. Dr. Robotnik lies to Knuckles by telling him that Sonic is trying to steal the emerald to cause him to distract Sonic and Tails, while he tries to steal the emerald for himself. In seeing Dr. Robotnik crash upon the island, Sonic and Tails give chase. Once they learn his plan, they attempt to stop Dr. Robotnik as well as fend off the attacks from the misguided Knuckles. Now the film picks up after the events of the previous one, with Sonic acting as a vigilante. Tom and Maddie are departing for Hawaii to attend Maddie's sister Rachel's wedding. They leave Sonic behind at home, and while Sonic is living it up in a style reminiscent of Risky Business and Home Alone, Dr. Robotnik and his new partner, Knuckles the Echidna, show up and attack him. Previously, Dr. Robotnik fabricated a way to escape the Mushroom Planet, but not before meeting Knuckles and learning that he is the guardian of the Master Emerald, a powerful stone with the ability to make beings' thoughts a reality. Knuckles is trying to locate it, and Dr. Robotnik tricks Knuckles into believing that he will help him find it if he helps him get off the planet. During the attack, Tails flies in and saves Sonic, carrying him away to safety. We learn that Tails had been watching Sonic for a long time and quickly became a fan of his while observing the events from the first film. Now, he seeks to meet Sonic and learn to be a hero like him. Together, Sonic and Tails head off to find a way to reach the Emerald before Dr. Robotnik, as well as deal with Knuckles, who seems to be vastly more powerful than Sonic. Alright, so the plot of the film here is remarkably similar to Sonic 3. Really, what they seem to have done is skipped over adapting the game Sonic 2 and instead splash elements of it into this film here while having a heavier focus on adapting elements from Sonic 3. It works out remarkably well, even if the side plot that arises during the third act is a little groan-worthy but eventually pays off to drive a potential third film in the series. I can give the plot a hawoo. Kids, what did you think of it?
Hawoo!
So how did the setting and world representation hold up? This film deviates from the first by not showing any known locations from the games and is mainly set on Earth. Though one could argue that the Mushroom Planet is a nod to Mushroom Hill from Sonic and Knuckles, and of course the town of Green Hills is a nod to the Green Hill Zone from Sonic the Hedgehog. So most of the weight here falls upon the main characters' representations. Overall, they don't disappoint. The CGI representations are good, though not perfect. We also get to see Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles use their abilities from the games, as well as a couple of nice nods to the series' origins, including a big surprise that fans of the game should recognize that appears during the finale. I think they did a pretty good job here, so I can give setting and world representation a hawoo. Pidds, what did you think of them?
Hawoo!
Let's get into the characters, and as usual, stick with the main ones adapted from the games and those that are forefront to the film. Let's begin with Maddie Wachowski, portrayed by Tika Sumpter, known for her roles on One Life to Live, as well as the film Ride Along and its sequel. Again, she takes on the role of town veterinarian and wife to Sheriff Tom Wachowski. And once again, this character unfortunately never shines. The actress's portrayal is good, but the character is relegated to the side with little to no development or involvement until the third act. Even then, she's only really used as a deus ex machina. Disappointing to say the least, but an unfortunate necessity to drive the plot. Just a passing hawoo here for me. Pidds, what did you think of Maddie?
Hawoo!
Tom Wachowski, played by James Marsden, known for playing Cyclops in the X-Men films, as well as the film Enchanted. He returns as the town sheriff and donut lord. Here we have another case of this character being pushed to the side and irrelevant until also around the third act. Even then, he too is nothing more than a deus ex machina. This is all unfortunate since in the first film, there were at least some genuinely fun moments with him. Here he feels like a shallow plot device. I gotta give him a chit futter for degrading so much as a character. Pidds, what did you think of Tom?
Chit futter.
Dr. Robotnik, portrayed again by the iconic Jim Carrey, known for the TV series In Living Color, as well as numerous comedies such as Ace Ventura: Pet Detective and its sequel, as well as The Mask, just to name a few. If you thought Jim had dialed the role of Robotnik up to a 10 in the previous film, somehow he's dialed it up to a 12 in this one. While still an outlandish character that will crack wise and degrade others for his amusement, a lot of scenes fall a bit flat. It's as if he is now going too far over the top and has jumped from characterization to a parody of itself, and not in a good way. He is still a source of entertainment though, so I'll give him a passing hawoo. Pidds, what did you think of Robotnik?
Hawoo!
Knuckles the Echidna, voiced by Idris Elba, known for his role as Heimdall in the Thor films, as well as Bloodsport in the Suicide Squad. As the voice of Knuckles, I think he does an admirable job and brings the stoic and gruff character to life. The animation looks spot on, and we also get to see plenty of Knuckles' abilities. He gets a hawoo from me. Pidds, what did you think of Knuckles?
Hawoo!
Miles Tails Prower, voiced by Colleen O'Shaughnessy, the professional voice actress known from animated series such as Digimon, Danny Phantom, and The Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Here, again, the animation successfully brings the character to the screen, but it's the voice performance that brings it to life. She portrays the shy, insecure, yet heroic fox in a wonderful light that's hard not to like. He gets a hawoo from me. Pidds, what did you think of Tails?
Hawoo!
Sonic the Hedgehog, voiced again by comedian and voice actor Ben Schwartz, known for his roles on the sitcom Parks and Recreation, as well as his voice roles as Randy Cunningham in Randy Cunningham 9th Grade Ninja, and Leonardo in Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The look for Sonic stays true here, and there are some great scenes where he utilizes classic abilities from the games that are fun to see in action. Schwartz himself brings another strong vocal performance as he exudes the heart and soul of the heroic Sonic, who's ever ready to protect his family and friends and always remains confident. He gets a hawoo from me. Pidds, what did you think of Sonic?
Hawoo!
Alright, on to the final verdicts. The plot is a surprisingly good adaptation, even if a bit padded out, of the plot from Sonic the Hedgehog 3. we get some good representations of the setting and world pulled from both Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Then we have some disappointing characters that are propped up by another that is now a self-referential caricature of itself, and an all-star animated and vocal cast. Let's turn to the Pidds and see what he thinks about this one. Pidds, what did you think of Sonic the Hedgehog 2?
Hawoo.
I agree, Pidds. While this was a fun ride, the glaring sidelining of Tom and Maddie that just makes them plot devices and the now way too over-the-top portrayal of Robotnik have brought this one down a bit for me compared to the first one. At most, I can give this a 6s out of 10s. It's fun, but this one was a bit middling due to the aforementioned issues. Here's to hoping the third film can right some of the wrongs made in this one. Still, this is a film I could recommend to fans of the game series, as well as animated action-adventure films, to pass an idle afternoon. The Pidds and I want to thank you all for once again tuning in to Vidiot Entertainment Studios for this episode of Vidiot Movie Reviews. We also want to thank you for having been with us on this journey, as this now marks the last film on the release list. But we still have more things to come, and we'll be covering future live-action adaptations as they release. As always, if you enjoyed our video, please be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and share to show your support. And also don't forget to check us out and subscribe on Twitch, as well as follow us on Twitter. Until next time, I'm the Nerd Lust Daddy, reminding you all to not be chit futters to each other. Body autonomy for all, reproductive rights for women, and peace, love, and happiness to all. Send us home, Pidds.
Thank you all so much for watching. You's the bestest. See you again soon.